So I've been wanting to talk to you guys for a while about Korean cinema and its very reputable record of amazing films. So let's get to it. Back when I was 17, I went through a heavy phase of revenge movies, which lasted until, well, actually still going on. I just love a good revenge story. From The Great Count of Monte Cristo to The Passable Death Sentence, I have a soft spot for a broken dude or gal who want nothing more than to bathe in the blood of the ones who took everything from them. It's cool if they're avenging a former master too. Eventually, that cinematic revenge bloodlust was quenched when my quest led me to OldBoy, quite possibly the most quintessential revenge film ever made. No spoilers here, but that ending kept me lost in thought for days. And of course, because I'm talking about Korean cinema here, I mean the 2003 OldBoy, not the piece of crap Hollywood released 10 years later. And it was OldBoy that expanded my horizons and introduced me to the amazing world of Korean cinema. If you're tired of superhero movies, sequels, and excruciating romantic comedies, then it's time for you to check out the scope of original, thought-provoking films our friends from South Korea have to offer. David Fincher once said,
"I think people are perverts." I've maintained that. That's the foundation of my career.
Which is something that clearly resonates with Fincher's filmography. And I admit, the characteristic of showcasing the vile, the perverse, the darker side of our inner desires is interesting enough to garner my attention. And I find that characteristic a lot more present in Korean films than, say, whatever run-of-the-mill, safe bet, crowd pleaser piece of crap Hollywood has been releasing as of late. Korean cinema has a way of avoiding cliches. And yet, sometimes things don't quite translate to a Western audience, but I find that with films, I'd rather be surprised than bored. So if you're like me, who can enjoy movies that don't always make you feel safe, but instead challenge you to contrast your own reality with that of the story that is being shown to you, movies that give you enough time to connect with the characters, movies that have amazingly directed action sequences, then I have a list of movies for you to write down at the end of this video. And the first one on that list you should check out is one of my favorites, The Yellow Sea. The Yellow Sea is a dramatic thriller that tells the story of a cab driver deep in debt with the wrong people, like they always are, who gets offered to get his entire debt consolidated if he travels to South Korea and assassinates somebody he never met. The main character's dilemma is one that from the start pressures him into making pivotal decisions and it never lets up. The movie has a gripping plot, a chilling soundtrack, a well-developed protagonist, and a visceral and realistic depiction of violence. And between you and me, the movie also has an end conflict you can't predict. So do yourself a favor, check out that movie, check out the other movies I'm going to put in the description below, and I will see you next time.